See exciting fights. Talking of exciting fights, down the line, we can't help but talk about it. Ryan Martin and yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of people have had a lot of things to say about it. What do you make of what's been said?
You know, I don't really look too much into what's getting said, because really and truly that's just people's opinions, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's all it comes down to. It's all subjective. It's all who your guy is. You know what I mean? So I'm sure if you go and ask my mum, dad, friends, family, they'll tell you, I'll do Ryan in, no trouble. Do you know what I mean? And go and ask his, and I'm sure they'll say the same. So yeah, I don't really read too much into what gets said. I just focus on myself and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Like, I never got into boxing with the sole intention of, say, boxing Ryan. No. So he is not my end goal in boxing. He's just another fight. You know what I mean? So if the fight happens, yeah, I'll take it with two hands, and I'll be really excited about it, and I'll be happy to try and put on a great show for the town. Right? But if the fight didn't happen, it wouldn't mean that my boxing is done now. Like, you know what I mean? I've got no other goal for it.
The bigger picture is your career.
Yeah,
Yourself and Ryan just happen to be two welterweights.
Exactly.
In Swindon.
Yeah.
Both guys that are willing to fight each other at some point.
And it's like I said, it's like, I support all the lads out of Swindon, all the fighters and that, and the fact that me and Ryan are the same weight is the only reason that we get mentioned alongside each other. If we didn't, we might get mentioned because we're on the same show or the same bill, but it's not like there's bad blood there or nothing like that. It's just competitive edge, isn't it? Like,
well,
fighters have that.
I think you said before that if you weren't well, I think you are a fan of Ryan Martin.
Yeah, definitely.
Know,
yeah, as a person as well. Do you know what I mean? I like the guy. He's a nice dude, and yeah, exactly that. If it wasn't down just to us being in the same division, there wouldn't be any bad blood there or nothing like that. We're just two guys from the same town. We're both fighters who both probably deep down think that we're the best, or we can be the best at our weight, and that's all it's about. That's what it comes down to, doesn't it?
Is it nice that people are talking about it though?
Yeah, it's nice to have people talking about it. I suppose it's one of those things where years back, if you had asked me, would I have ever imagined like being a professional fighter in Swindon, having a guy at my weight where like there's a bit of banter about the fight and that, I wouldn't have thought it would be happening. Do you know, when I first went into the gym at I think I was about 20 years old, and I went to Maxwell Street. Paddy was training there. I'd been training about 2 months, and I seen Ryan in there hitting the mitts with Paddy in the ring, and I remember sitting on the side of the ring and watching him and thinking like, who is this kid? I've never seen him before. Like, I'd only been going to the gym about 2 months, so as far as I knew, he could be someone I'd just never seen. But I asked one of the lads in the gym, Callum Costello, who was another good prospect at the time, and he told me, it's Ryan Martin, he's won an ABA, I think he'd won an ABA title by then, or if not, he was on his way to winning one. And I watched him and thought, wow, this kid's really good, you know what I mean? Hitting the mitts crisp and clean, and looked like he had a decent power then. And yeah, like I say, if you had asked me then, because I think he's a few years younger than me. He's a bit younger.
I think he's 20, 22. Do
you know what I mean? If you had asked me when I was 20 and he was bloody 15, 16, in 7 years or something, we'll used to be talking about fighting each other in the professional ranks, I would have bit your hand off. So yeah. It sounds like, life's good, man. And you never know what's going to happen in life, do you?
And that's something that a few people have said about, Ryan's amateur record is obviously, far superior to yours, and he was probably boxing from the age of 10 or 11, I'm sure, up at Walcott. And I think a lot of people are looking at it and thinking that gives Ryan the edge. So what do you think?
I suppose people are always looking for edges in fights, aren't they? You're always looking for, before two guys have actually fought, you're looking for reasons why they would beat each other. So I could see that as being a smart reason why somebody would say he holds the edge, or he would be, I'd come in as an underdog, he's got wicked amateur experience or whatever. But there are guys who are achieving things now in boxing who have got virtually no amateur fights, you know what I mean? Guys who are headlining bills, like I think Eubank had 20 amateur bouts or something like that. Even Anthony Joshua, although he boxed at the highest level of the amateurs, he only had like 30 bouts, do you know what I mean? So no, I didn't start boxing at like 10 or 11. I didn't have those amateur bouts at 10 or 11, but when I did start boxing was when I was 20. So I never had a chance to fight other young boys or other kids, you know what I mean? I fought men from the beginning, like, and it wasn't to say that they were experienced men, but they were men at the same time, do you know what I mean? I feel like when I first started boxing, there was really no white collar route. It wasn't there wasn't Fight Club and Nielsen's and all those things. It was just like there was the odd few amateur gyms, and Paddy's popped up at the right time for me, so that's where I ended up. And even when I first started there, they had no amateur squad, so I just sort of evolved with the gym. As the gym had an amateur team, I came on side, I was one of the first guys who said, like, I think I would have been the first guy to box out of Fitzpatrick's at the old gym. We had our first show there. So yeah, I don't look so much about what I never did as an amateur. I look at all the achievements I have made. Like I say, coming into boxing as a relative novice, like, do you know what I mean? I never knew anything about how to fight. I just watched at 20, and now I'm a professional in my town, and looked up to by the young lads in the gym. And you know what I mean? I love being a part of the circuit, the whole. It's a community, isn't it? You know yourself. Every fighter in the town, I'm sure you know them quite well now. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it's about. And I'm pleased to be part of that community, because there was a time in my life when I wasn't, and I didn't have much ambition to achieve something like this, and I feel like this is massive. So yeah, like I say, I'm not looking at what I haven't done or achieved. I'm looking at the things I have, and I feel like I've achieved a lot already. Yeah.